music with a message. Tonight, the Sioux City Symphony had the unique opportunity to perform with John Ondrasik of Five for Fighting. It happened during a special Siouxland Chamber event. Ondrasik performed several of his hits, including Superman. He also addressed more than 1,000 people who packed the Orpheum Theater. His speech asked the question, what kind of world do you want? A husband and father of two, Ondrasik says he wants what most Americans want: freedom, liberty, and the world to be a safer place.
Obviously, we're in a very challenging time in the world. I've been to Israel in the last 6 months. I've been to Ukraine since the war started. I helped get many people out of Afghanistan after the withdrawal. So I see personally what's going on. And of course, we are America, right? Our job is to lead and be a force for freedom. So I think for me, that's what I want. I have to wear a tie.
Back in April, Ondrasik was in Tel Aviv, Israel to perform a song he wrote to pay tribute to the Israeli resilience in the aftermath of the October 7th attacks by Hamas. He calls these moral issues and not political ones.
Ladies and gentlemen, our Deming recipient, Charisse Yanni.
Before Ondrasik took the stage, the Chamber presented its annual W. Edwards Deming Award for Entrepreneurial Excellence. This year's recipient, as you just heard, Charisse Yanni of Guaranteed Roofing in Sioux City. Yanni was celebrated for not only her business work, but also her service on the boards of several local institutions. Congratulations to you, Charisse.